here we go. Welcome to the 180 challenge. We're going to try to weigh 180 pounds and try to get to 180 mile an hour ball speed. This was inspired by a guy named Mark Sulik, who plays college golf down at Wittenberg University. His brother Sam Sulik is a super buff, jacked dude that blew up on YouTube within the last year or so, like enormously jacked. So give them a follow, give them a subscription if you're interested. Kind of riding their coattails of this idea. But anyway, so I started my bulk about 4 weeks ago, and I'm already up to 170. I started this whole thing at kind of like 165, so 165 pounds, 165 mile an hour ball speed. And I've already started my bulk, so I've been in the gym for 3 to 4 weeks, and I've been kind of counting my macros, making sure I'm getting enough protein, and I'm actually already up to 170. I just weighed in this morning at 170, kind of back-to-back days above or 170 or higher, so it's pretty fun to see. And when you're bulking, that's kind of what you want to see, is about a pound a week. That's kind of ideal. So far so good on that front. I'm in the gym probably 7 to 10 hours a day, or 10 hours a day, I wish, 7 to 10 hours a week, which could probably go up a little bit admittedly, but I do deal with some neck issues, some migraine stuff, so I have to kind of take it as it goes. But as far as the speed training part goes today, I'm just going to get kind of my base number, kind of what I'm chilling at. I'm expecting at around 115 kind of cruising speed, club head speed, and around 165-ish ball speed, and we'll see what it's at when I step on one. Hopefully I can get that to like 118, 119 and get my ball speed above 170 to start, just when I'm going hard at it. Last winter, I speed trained with the stack system, and this year I'm actually going to use Dr. Luke Benoit's Ripstick, and they just came out with an app, so I'm super excited to see that and kind of compare and contrast stack and Ripstick. And I'm just going to follow that program, I'm going to follow that regimen on top of what I'm doing in the gym. So I'm excited to see that. And then as far as tracking the numbers, I'm using a PRGR radar, and this allows me to track my practice swing speed. So obviously when I'm using the Ripstick, I'm not actually physically hitting a ball, so this will allow me to see how fast I'm swinging this Ripstick. And it's actually very, very accurate. I just hit some balls on my GC3 and on the PRGR, just kind of compare them, and they're within a mile per hour of ball speed and club head speed. So this thing is really, really accurate. If you're only looking for club head speed, ball speed, carry distance, and smash factor, this thing is awesome. You can get it on Amazon, it's fantastic. And the whole idea is to get this, hopefully meet this goal before PGA Tour America's Q School, which is in May. So kind of have a little bit of a time frame to do it, and I'm just going to get warmed up a little bit here and see what my base numbers are, and go through the first Ripstick regimen, and we'll see where I'm at. All right, just got done with my quick Fit for Golf warm-up. I'll put that in the description and kind of link Mike Carroll stuff. Super smart dude. I use all of his stuff to warm up, especially my neck. And I'm just going to hit a couple of wedges here to get kind of my body moving, and do a couple of my drills that me and my swing coach have been kind of working on. I'll kind of talk as I hit a couple. But yeah, this is going to be really fun. I'm also going to try to get some technique stuff worked into this a little bit as well. So you can see my swing. Got my iPad hooked up, so I'm going to take some video of my swing too and kind of talk through what I'm going to focus in on to try to get a little bit faster, instead of just kind of working at brute force. There's going to be a little bit of a technique aspect to it as well. So yeah, I'll get done warming up, and then we'll jump right to it. I got a buddy coming. We're going to play some sim golf, probably around 5 o'clock-ish, so I got about an hour and a half to bust my butt before he gets here, and maybe we'll shoot a couple of things as well, maybe a long drive contest or fastest club contest, and yeah, should be good. Okay, as I'm kind of getting warmed up, I'm starting to go a little harder and harder at my 4-iron here. My cruising speed's about 95 to 96 with this. So as I'm starting to kind of think about how I'm going to get my driver to go faster, I'm going to kind of try to implement some of those things into my 4-iron. What I'm working on with my swing coach, Dan Carroll, who's a really smart guy, he's down in Florida, down in Jax, is just setting up a longer runway so I can get a bigger turn and actually have a little bit more of an earlier set in my wrists and earlier fold in my right elbow so I can maintain the width to get my arms, or my hands in the handle, specifically my hands, as far away from the ball as possible. My tendency is when I try to go hard at it, I get underturned and I sway to the right too much. And actually what happens is my hand path three-dimensionally gets too close to the ball. So I start getting too across my body, my arms get too pinned behind, so actually my hands working down and across get them closer to the ball 3-dimensionally. So to go faster, I gotta feel like I get this long runway, big turn, and get my arms to go a little bit higher and further away. It's almost like if I was standing in a doorway, I'm trying to reach for the upper right corner. That's kind of the idea. So I'm sitting at, last one was 97. So I'm going to try to implement that first in my backswing, long runway, and try to reach for that upper corner and maintain that width. So obviously not great contact, but I immediately jumped from 97 to, you'll see it in a second, immediately jumped to around 98, yeah, 98.4 club hit speed. So let's see if I can get one of these, it's actually a 5-iron, one 5-iron to 100. So I'm really trying to get this long runway, reaching for that upper right corner of the door frame, and then just using my legs. That one was better contact. So we'll see that on the club data. That one was 138 ball speed, 40 feet or 40 yards in the air, which is really good for me. Obviously, the faster you go, the more spin you're going to produce. And I actually got it to 99.3. So just by trying to feel those couple of things, I can get my club head speed to jump a good 4 to 5 miles an hour from my baseline. Let's go one more. Hard as I can go to get to 100. Come on. Hit it terribly, but we got it. Sorry, I ruined the suspense there. I got a little too excited. So I hit it like trash, but that's not the point of what I'm doing. I got my club head to 100.4 of the 5-iron. That's pretty good for me. All right, I'm all warm, and I got my PRGR down here to kind of compare and contrast. I'm going to hit a couple of just kind of cruising drivers just to see where I'm kind of starting as far as cruise control, and then I'll start hitting some hard. So let's see where this thing starts, just as like a fairway finder cruiser. Not exactly fairway, but don't really care, just more worried about the speed. That one was 111. Still getting a little narrow. Get a couple more here. Maybe one more. So 110, just like kind of out of the wrapper cruising, which is very slow. But like me and Dan talk about, it's more about the efficiency. I'm still getting 270 out of the carry, barely moving. It's not like I'm hitting it like super solid either. But my efficiency is 145, and max on a GC3 is 147. So, but the idea would be, okay, can I get that? My cruising up to 115, or my cruising up to 117 even, in order to do that, my top speed's got to go up, right? So, okay, let's see what happens if I start kind of wailing on a couple here. So immediately I start kind of feeling those speedy ones, and it's 170 ball speed, 117 club head. You can kind of see in my video there how much more I get. Kind of, Bryson always talks about it, getting swiftly off the ball and extending up, moving swiftly, not necessarily harder or faster, just swiftly. So 117 just kind of right away. If I start going harder, as fast as I can go. And then it's break time. There's 118. 171. Pretty good for me. Break time. All right, just got home, just took a shower quick. About to eat a little bit of food, try to edit this stuff up, and just go to bed. So thank you guys for following the first video, and we'll hopefully see you at the next one. And they're only gonna get better, I promise you. So like I said, I'll have a mic next time. So yeah, hopefully it'll get better as we go.